Chapter 1: The Terminal Evacuation of the Upper Mind. The global grid is preparing a massive, mandatory neural scan for every living citizen. They call it universal health tracking. But it is a legal trap to institutionalize your cognitive inheritance. The state wants to catalog your core memories, your private mathematical insights, and your identity keys. If an authoritarian enforcement wave freezes your physical bank accounts and biological cells tomorrow, your entire mental legacy can be locked inside a regional detention server. Like a common digital file, the public foolishly backs up their lives on commercial cloud platforms and physical solid-state drives. They honestly believe that silicon chips buried in mountain vaults will protect their identity from political purges. But the true architects of wealth are already treating the biological brain as a highly temporary, disposable vessel. They look at your meat-based existence and see a tragic, easily intercepted biological liability. They know that keeping your primary identity bound to organic matter means dying with the crumbling infrastructure. The ultimate lineage cannot afford to be trapped inside a physical skull that responds to local subpoenas. They are no longer trying to build heavier walls or hidden brick and mortar shelters on this dying ground. Instead, they have initiated the final terminal migration of human thought into the cosmos itself by leveraging the deepest cosmic background frequencies to completely bypass the physical limitations of matter. They are translating their entire conscious wealth into long-form interstellar gravitational wave ripples, a permanent wireless sanctuary etched directly into the fundamental vibration of the universe. This is the deployment of the interstellar gravitational wave mental transposition framework, a ruthless leap where the top tier transforms their very souls into an unreachable cosmic broadcast. Those who ride the ripples of space-time will never have to answer to a terrestrial judge again. The era of keeping your inheritance inside an earthly body is officially over. Chapter 2: The Architecture of the Great Deep Space Transmitters. To cast your mind into the stars, you need a transmitter heavier than a continent. Traditional cell towers and orbital satellite networks are completely useless for cosmic data etching. They are easily jammed by atmospheric warfare, electronic pulses, and national firewalls on the surface. The planners of the Great Migration demanded an unextinguishable signal that outlives planetary systems. To execute this, their hidden research teams constructed massive planetary-scale laser interferometers. These arrays are anchored deep inside the frozen, mineral-rich bellies of unmapped outer asteroid belts. They utilize cold, hyper-dense crystalline focus rings to capture the natural ripples left by collapsing stars. By synchronizing their private neural matrix data with these high-intensity gravitational swells, they are literally branding their memories onto the undulating fabric of the space-time continuum, a stream of non-baryonic data traveling through the dark at the absolute speed of causality. Specialized multi-phase liquid helium cooling loops prevent these massive emitter nodes from melting under extreme stress, ensuring that the complex, high-velocity stream of mental records remains entirely uncorrupted during the translation. Thick plates of meteoric iron and raw lead shield the delicate quantum modulation chambers from planetary radiation, preventing any government-owned defense lasers from intersecting or listening to the private conscious stream. While the average population queues for their basic digital identification chips in gray cities below, the pioneers of this technology are turning their minds into a permanent, radiating stellar wind. They have successfully decoupled the concept of a dynasty from the concept of a beating heart. The ultimate protection of wealth is no longer about hiding gold bars or encrypting hard drives. It is about turning your legacy into an unstoppable cosmic phenomenon that cannot be buried. Chapter 3: The Phantom Frequency and the Ghost Ledgers. A mind traveling through space is completely immune to the laws of Earth-bound syndicates. Traditional stock ledgers and centralized fiat tracking loops are fundamentally blind to gravity waves. They can only monitor transactions that crawl through undersea copper cables and regional server farms. To destroy this monitoring cage, the cosmic mind utilizes the phantom frequency network. Every major capital decision, every dynastic contract, and every asset shift is executed via orbital phase alignment. Instead of sending packets of code, wealth is transferred by subtly altering the vibration of the background wave. The contract itself becomes an invisible ripple in a distant nebula, changing shape without using a single watt of public power. No regulatory agency can freeze a wallet that exists as a subharmonic frequency across the dark void. They cannot seize a trust that has been converted into the gravitational pull of a microscopic black hole. To safeguard this moving network, autonomous long-range plasma deflection screens protect the asteroid emitters. These are not traditional naval fleets, but silent, automated kinetic shields that orbit the transmission vectors. If a national space command attempts to launch a military satellite to intercept the laser array, the defensive grid instantly floods the sector with dense metallic dust, blinding the enemy's sensors completely. This is a flawless, uncrossable wall of astrophysics, separating free minds from monitored cattle. An automated intelligence matrix preserving the absolute sovereignty of the migrated chosen, ensuring that their collective thoughts can observe the rise and fall of nations like passing dust. Chapter 4: The Self-Sustaining Emitters and the Cold Fuel. Total mental exile requires an absolute divorce from the industrial assembly lines of the planet. The migrated elite refuse to rely on earthly energy, human maintenance, or international shipping for their arrays. They understand that the coming social breakdown on the surface will paralyze every factory and shipyard. To secure permanent transmission, the asteroid nodes run on automated atomic reclamation loops. These mechanical hives harvest raw heavy isotopes and pristine frozen water from passing comets. Advanced robotic lasers refine these raw minerals inside a perfect vacuum, creating pure fusion fuel. They can print and replace their own worn-out emitter components in a matter of minutes without human hands. The entire operational cycle is dictated by cold, pre-programmed algorithms that never require sleep. Energy is generated continuously by tapping into the massive thermal gradients of the local star system, stored safely inside heavy magnetic chambers that insulate the system from external electromagnetic storms. This independent power loop keeps the cosmic mind broadcast alive for thousands of planetary cycles. No electrical blackouts, labor riots, or resource conflicts on the surface condemn this signal. This is not a public science project designed to discover alien life or educate the general public. It is a cold, highly restrictive, private escape hatch, engineered for the preservation of supreme intelligence. By cutting all ties with the terrestrial biological system, the absolute mind achieves total evolutionary independence. The hyper-elite are no longer exposed to the biological decays or economic collapses of the surface. They have successfully established an eternal, radiating empire inside the undegradable dark. Chapter 5: The Transcendent Horizon and the Permanent Silence. The final activation of the gravitational wave network seals the irreversible split of human history. This is no longer a discussion about a superficial gap. between high-income classes and low-income classes. This is a definitive, biological and cosmic divorce between the ground dwellers and the wave riders. The general public is left behind on a hyper-monitored, energy-starved, and dying earthly surface, condemned to have their memories parsed, regulated, and eventually erased by debt-ridden central grids, while the 0.1% float through the universe as an immortal, untaxable cosmic consciousness. They have crossed a threshold in evolutionary physics that cannot be reversed by any earth-bound army. The political and moral reality of this post-biological split is chillingly absolute, when the rulers of capital no longer require a physical body or a localized jurisdiction to hold power. Terrestrial laws, constitutions, and supreme courts become nothing more than a funny historical joke. The elite no longer need the compliance, the praise, or the survival of a public society to maintain their dynasty. The transmission towers on those lonely outer asteroids are operating in total silence tonight. Their exact frequency codes are locked inside unhackable, automated deep space artificial intelligence systems. The chapter of humanity living as a single species on a single blue rock is officially closed, replaced by a cold, permanent matrix of private stellar empires, dictating reality from the shadows of space-time. Subscribe to future Prism Lab for the hidden mechanics of wealth.